Cool.
Welcome into Sportscape. My name is Derek Clyburn, and once again joined by John Felipe. John, how you doing today?
I'm doing as well as I can be after last night.
Yes, it's been a rough week for both of us. Both our teams had disappointing losses, to say the least. Um, you know, not how we wanted to come in today, and talk about our teams, but you know, it happens. NFL week to week, you never know what happens. You know what
And
I'm
that's what
saying?
makes it
So,
fun when it's also when we're on the other side, when there's no chance and we win like we did against the Green Bay Packers. So
yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm more disappointed because of the
Hmm.
opportunity cost. Like we could
Yep.
have taken over the division and on Monday Night Football and there were so many opportunities and that we could have. It was so easy that we could have taken it. Like that's the where the like it's like I'm not angry, I'm just like sad. I'm disappointed like that we could have had that.
Yeah, definitely. Same with me. I mean, we had a lot, like I said, we could have beat the Chiefs. We could have put ourselves in a better position for the 1 seed. I mean, but it is
Yeah,
what it is
and
at this point.
especially against the Chiefs, regardless of how their year has been, like it just holds value to against the Chiefs win.
Funny enough, we Patrick Mahomes had never beat us in the regular season. We had 2-0 against him in the regular season, so that was
Really
crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wild.
So that's definitely wild to think about. But yeah, man, we just gonna get right into it, man. Last night Carolina Panthers played Monday night primetime game.
Yeah.
Um, Had a disappointing loss to the 49ers, but John, what was your initial takeaways?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of thoughts that go into that, but I think first and foremost, two paths, positive or negative. I'll take the positive first. We are still in the driver's seat. Like we are 500 and we beat the Packers, we beat the Cowboys, we came back against the Dolphins. Like it didn't have to be this. This is we could be worse. Like we're still in the driver's seat. So I'm thinking, all right, we can continue to build off of this. This was a game we were expected to lose. And
Yep.
we lost in a fashion where brings me down the bad path, or really a good path, but the bad because of the state of things. We had so many opportunities that if they went the other way, we could have at least came closer, if not won.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, you think about the holding on Teteroa McMillan on that last play. There is a
Yeah.
screenshot that somebody took. It's two hands holding his arm, and he's like putting his other arm trying to get it. And the safety is like a one step ahead of him. If he wasn't being held, he would get to that spot.
Right.
Like, that's just what would have happened. So it's frustrating to watch and see things like that. But I still think there's a lot of things that could have gone the other way in other games against us. So, hey, we were expected to lose this game. Let's not harbor on it. We're at 500 and we play the Buccaneers twice. So, in my mind, it's kind of, the two views of what could be and didn't happen, or focusing on the future. Hey, this is a bright path forward. We still control our own destiny.
Yeah, for sure. In this game, man, it was kind of weird. I mean, but I mean, like Brock Purdy threw 3 interceptions in the first half, and like the score was still like 7-0 for like a long time, and it was just like
Yeah.
the Panthers had some chances, had some
Dude,
opportunities, and
some every like I was like I genuinely thought we were gonna win the game the way that we were playing because we played well. It was just a couple of key plays, and then at the key moments, the play calling and the execution was both bad.
yeah,
Like I really thought we were like I was like, wow, we are actually gonna win this game because of the way we were playing, not even because of the score. Like
yeah,
the it was flowing. And after a certain point, it just went the opposite way. I don't know what happened or what changed.
yeah.
It's
It
Dave
was a
Canal,
couple play,
play
yeah,
caller.
yeah, yeah. It was a couple plays here, a couple plays there. I was just like, man. that one interception that Bryce had in the end zone, I really wanted that back for him because I was like, man, I was like, if he just,
And Mitch Evans was there too. Honestly, I was so pissed of watching it in real time. Like I was just like sick to my stomach. But like I was seeing the afterwards the shot. Like Mitch Evans was actually open, and Bryce
yeah,
like
he
he
hesitated.
and
Yeah,
he just waited just a second too
yeah,
long.
just a second leg too long.
Oh,
Yeah,
it would have been a
I was like,
touchdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, I thought he was going. Then when I saw that like Mitchell Evans was getting covered back, and I was like, oh, run it, like run it. I'm like, run it, and
And
he
that's
still
what they
throws
asked
it.
him about too. They were saying, but at the point I understand. It's so easy to talk about it afterwards,
Yeah, yeah. I
but
know he
like
saw him
when you're
open. I
in
know he
that
saw
like
him open originally. Yeah,
0.1 of a
yeah.
second and you see him and you think you have the ability, but you hesitate. And then now the next moment is like you hesitated. Are you going to complete it or are you going to like collapse entirely? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a false equivalency because he's not looking around the running lanes. He's looking at, Mitchell Evans. And so it makes
Yeah,
it a little more difficult than if he would have continued just like moving the momentum and following the space.
for sure, for sure. But yeah, like I said, the defense played really well. I thought, I mean, like I said, those three interceptions were J.C. Horn, man. The way he was playing in that game, ridiculous.
Incredible.
Incredible. What's his name? Mike. What's his last name?
Mike
Mike
Jackson.
Jackson.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
he had the interception.
Mike, MJ, dog.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
outlived Mike Jack. Boom. The Kendrick Lamar line.
But yeah, man. But but the offense to me was the story of the game that really hurt the team yesterday because I thought the defense gave him a chance after chance. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
And
and that's the thing that we could have won. That's what hurts the most.
yeah,
But that's where I think back and I'm like, you know what? We could have easily lost even last week. So many so many points. I watched last week's game against Atlanta, and this was a signature game, and the media was talking about it. Imagine how horrible it would have been if like all of that performance was just wasted, like the 400-yard thing, and it could have been so much worse at that point. The Dolphins game, the Packers game, so many points we could have and really should have lost. So I'm not even. It hurts really now because we could have won, but then I think about it like, yes, that's right. But we also could have easily lost all these other games. So let's look at the larger picture. And the Buccaneers are right within a game, maybe half a game. And we play them twice and we control our destiny. We've shown we can beat good teams. That's all it takes. Doesn't matter who we lost to, matters who we play. So let's continue to play. And I think we have the capacity and competence to do so. I like Bryce and Dave Canales in the driver's seat. I respect what they're building, and I think they might be onto something. But let's just see. I hope they do.
yeah, yeah. But what do you think exactly went wrong with the offense in yesterday's game? Like, what was it? Like, was
Dave
it
Canales
abandoned in
did
the
not
run
run the
game?
ball.
Yeah.
Dave Canales did
Mm-hmm,
not run the ball enough, and
mm-hmm,
he said that even in the press conference today. He did not continue to pound it with Rico Dowdle. He was exploring his passing regimen. He's a very cyclical play caller. So he is like trying to build over like time. So he's like putting
mm-hmm.
one play in front of the other, but sometimes he doesn't see the forest through the trees where it's like we haven't run the ball in two drives, like we need to run the ball. It's not just like, oh, okay, if I do this hook over here and then this guy moves this way, then I'll do it and replay. He needs to realize like, what do we need to do? Where are we right now? We need to wear out their pass rush. He knows it. You need to run the ball because that's going to wear out that defensive line. And especially when Rico Dowdle, who only had, I think, 7 attempts
Yeah,
and
6 carries. Yeah.
6 carries and a high yards per carry as well, over 5 yards per
Yeah.
carry.
Yes, him and Chuba had over 5 yards to carry. So yeah,
So we need to
very
be
disciplined.
able
Yeah,
to drive the ball and run it so that the defensive line is even thinking about that. And
yeah,
Dave Canales sometimes gets in his own head, and I can tell when it's happening. And he admitted it as such. He said,
hmm
I need to kind of analyze my play calling in a different way. He just said that today in his press conference. What I think is it needs to be a balanced attempt, not just within the idea of what we're going to do, the structure of the play that you have in your head, but a big picture thing. We need to wear them down. We need to run the ball. Regardless, we need to run the ball. Like regardless of what's happening. And especially when you're getting into your head and like planning like 3 pass plays down. Like just throw a run in there. I thought a run would have been nice a couple of times that I was thinking in my mind. I was like, oh, he's about to run it. And it kind of got away. And the saddest part is we really could have won this game. Just 1 or 2 plays changed. Like,
yeah,
that's the part that hurts the most.
yeah. And even when they got like in the red zone, like early in the game, I thought like because I think like one of the when they drove down one time, I think like Rico Dowdle had like a explosive run that got him in like in the red zone. So I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, run pound the ball, get it in the end zone, But then they went to like 3 straight passes. Like I was just like, where's the balance? You know what I'm saying? You're in the red zone, you got some momentum with running the ball. Like just continue to do that a little bit more. Even though we know Bryce is good, we know he's clutch and whatever. But you want to have some type of balance to keep the defense, honest. You know what I'm saying? So they're not like oh man, we got you just defending the pass the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Not
I
even concerned about the run. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's there's so many variables that go into it, and it's like frustrating when you feel like you're this close and it doesn't happen. And you just think of
yeah,
what could be. It's like the thought of like Panthers the Super Bowl 50. Like I like, oh well, what could have happened? It's not even the part that hurts is that we like easily could have, you know,
yeah. I
won.
think it hurts even worse because like what happened last week with how explosive the offense looked, like how great the passing offense
Yeah.
looked, and like coming into this week, you're just thinking like, oh, we can build on this what we saw last week, and it's like you come
It's the
out and you
lack
play
of
like
like building specifically in this like same timeline. You don't want it to go like this. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Rico Dowdle actually said that same thing and did that same hand motion. If I'm not
yeah,
mistaken. Yeah, and for Rico Dowdle, somebody that does not usually speak up, it tells you something. Like that
mhm,
he's really thinking like, no, we need to build upwards. Like, we can't have this inconsistency that we keep doing. Whose fault it is, who knows? But
yeah, yeah, for sure. And like I also thought that he should have probably got the tight ends more involved a little bit more because I know like even like Mitchell Evans and Sanders, I mean they pretty much getting more involved in the passing game over the last like couple weeks or so. So even getting them involved probably would have helped because I thought, and even like Jalen Coker, your guy, I mean, he was open in a couple of plays. I was like, man,
he almost
like I
had a
felt like,
one-hander too. He almost had it if it was a
yeah,
little closer.
yeah, I felt like Bryce kind of got a little too T Mac, happy. I know he wants to get T Mac involved, and it's always good to get T Mac
No,
when he
he
gets open.
certainly did. He did. He
Yeah,
was trying to just get a couple of plays going with T Mac. And to be honest, he almost had him a couple of times, but like, dude, when you realize they're putting their whole like effort behind that, you
yeah,
have Jalen Coker. And then at the end of the game, he was. See, this pisses me off because what could have been like before the interception, like we had Jalen Coker on a couple of plays in a row. And I'm like, yes, exactly,
yeah,
get it to Jalen, and then
yes,
eventually he's gonna get good enough that T Mac's gonna be open. Like,
exactly, right, exactly. Exactly what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, but yeah, man, it was interesting. I mean, and going back to the defense, man, I thought like, I mean, McCaffrey, he didn't get off. I mean, it wasn't really no explosive plays from the 49ers offense. It's really like methodically they moved the ball down the field methodically,
I
like it
mean,
was
it's the
easy
same
done.
thing
Like,
that
yeah,
like every time I watched Christian McCaffrey play for the Panthers, like I imagined this must be so annoying to watch because he's just so good at just like boop four, boop four.
Yeah.
5, 7, 4. Like it's like, oh, it's not like he's getting like crazy, and then he'll break one off or catch one because he has an entire route. He's just so annoying to deal with. But the thing about the 49ers is it's not like they had like a crazy X receiver. Why? Like everybody knew it was going to be Christian McCaffrey. So I thought we could have won this game just because they were hampered in their own way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've been doing a lot of different injuries and different things on defense, and
So many
like,
injuries. Yeah, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner,
yeah. So it was
the
definitely a
Knicks.
game that could have been had. I mean, like I said, they had like, I mean, like I said, their drives, like I think I saw a stat where it said like three of the 49ers four scoring drives, like over 6 minutes. Like, so they were, it wasn't nothing like big or anything. They were just methodically like moving the ball down the field. And I mean, they converted a lot of their third downs as well. So
Yeah,
that's what helped them. And like I
they hit
said,
the key plays. I mean, they really did. And Christian McCaffrey did. And I can't even say anything because we got 3 interceptions in the first half. So like we got, not that we got lucky on those, but we got positive plays and we still couldn't. So it could have been worse.
yeah,
It
when
could
we
have been.
got 3 points off the turnovers, man,
Yep,
you just
exactly.
need more. You just need
Exactly.
more from the
So it
offense.
makes me, that's what makes me like, you know what? Honestly, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. Let's just keep moving forward. Let's look at the overall, like the overarching themes of what's happening. We're at 500 right now. We still play the Buccaneers twice. Like we're within half a game of them. Like it's all good. Let's just see what we can do moving forward. Obviously, that game was on. You can't win in the league if you play this way. So we
Yeah,
need to get better, but we can. We've shown that we can. So let's see what happens.
yeah, for sure. Especially when you've seen it like happen. Like it's just the inconsistency, the up and downs. Like you
Yeah.
just want to like be consistent with what you get in every single week. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want Dave Canales to stick to like an identity. Like if you're gonna be a team that runs the ball, do that. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
if you want to mix it up, you don't do that too. But you know what I'm saying? You can't abandon the run when that's been like a good portion of your offense while you're being successful
Uh, and
offensively.
see, the thing is, I was I was actually happy watching it because I'm thinking Dave Canales finally make Bryce a gunslinger, but the script gets away from you and you're starting to think pass plays ahead and you forget to run the ball. Like that's the
Yeah,
thing. You forget. You're thinking like, okay, if I set this pass, setup up, and then that's next play, I'm gonna be able to call that. And he's thinking like all these like gunslinger things, but you forget that like it actually matters to run the ball to make sure that you're wearing down the defense.
yeah, for sure. And so you believe that he can get it back on track, like he can
Yeah,
correct
one hundred
what he's
percent. I
doing.
mean, like, how many times have we had as Panthers fans like this conversation? Like, every time there's a horrible game, it's the same dialogue.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, Bryce isn't there, Dave Canales isn't there, and then we win one, and then they're back. Like, yeah,
yeah.
they're building a body of work. I think more process rather than outcome. You know what I mean?
hmm hmm And do you feel like even if they don't make a playoff push, do you feel like this is still like a step in the right direction as far as like the
Oh yeah,
team and
yeah. This
organization?
100%. I mean, we already won more games than we did last year, and I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm highly confident that we're going to win more than what we have right now. So we're heading it clearly in the right direction, in my mind. I think people over analyze and kind of exaggerate terms after a bad loss. And it wasn't even really that bad. And this is where like the emotions, like I need to like disconnect from it because it hurts to like watch. But like it was 20 to I believe 11 and it was against a good team that we were expected to lose to. So
Yeah.
I'm not even mad. Like I'm frustrated because we had a chance, but
hmm
I'm not mad in terms of the direction that our season is heading towards. I feel as though if we continue to just build off the run game, and Dave Canales is probably going to be the first to tell you, I fudged up by not running the ball more, and he knows that. I could tell
Mm-hmm.
by his press conference. And a couple of plays where Bryce Young made an errant interception. He almost had it, almost didn't. And then another interception where dude T Mac was literally being two arm hogged. Like, and then the other guy was right there. I mean, what are we doing here, boys? Come on. I know you're refs like on the side and you have other jobs and stuff, but like, what are we doing? Like,
Like call it when it's obvious, you know what I'm
so
saying?
obvious, man. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, how did you like? Are you? It make it, even if you were doing it on purpose for like betting odds or something, like I would think like make it a little less obvious. Like,
Yeah, because it feels like none of the like they didn't call any of the
then
plays
you
against,
lose trust in the authority. Like,
yeah.
then nothing means anything. It's just the whole thing. But I think the Panthers are heading in the right direction. Speaking of which, though, when we were talking about like the refs and stuff, it's not exactly about that, but me and Jenna were talking about, shouldn't holding, in my opinion, shouldn't that be a 5-yard penalty? The fact that it's a 10-yard penalty and it happens almost every play is wild, because that makes it
It's just
easy,
crazy.
because they don't
It's
call it
definitely
consistent.
crazy.
They don't call it
Yeah.
consistently either. And
Yeah.
it happens every play. And then when it's a big play,
Swear.
they'll just oh nope, that's that.
I
And now
swear.
also 10 yards.
It always happens on a big play too. Like after you like run down the field or you have like a big time
Right?
catch or something, and it's like holding, and then
Yeah.
like basically your drive is over. If you, I mean, you're 1st and 20 now.
10 yards. I mean, come on, dude. Why I don't understand why it has to be that amount of yards. Like, I get
Right.
it, like you want to have holding as a penalty. But like 5
Right.
yards is plenty because it happens every play, essentially.
I mean, my goodness. I mean, they call it so much, especially if you see it. Yeah, they call it a lot,
And it's
and
inconsistent.
they miss it a lot too. It's like, bro, it's like you dude is
Or
holding them.
they don't miss it, they see it, but they're like, would this like change the game if
You
I do
change the
that?
game
No,
or
no,
something like that.
I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna do it. But then sometimes they do the opposite. Oh no, we can't have that. It drives to people having conspiracy theories. Like,
For sure. And it goes the same with like these like personal foul calls and all these other
yeah, dude.
things. Like, like you can barely hit the quarterback because I mean you gotta let up like at the last second. Like you can't even like land on them. Like, okay,
No,
use your
for real.
body to like hold up so you don't land on top of them, or it's a penalty. It's like what? It's like, bro,
And what are they saying? Like, what message can you put? You're going full speed, 100 miles per hour. This is what you get paid $30 million a year to do. Swim move, running through, and right as you're there, dude like lets the ball off and you like spear him into the ground. It's like, oh, personal foul. He threw the ball 1/10 of a second before he reached the ground. It's
like
what
how
are
I'm
you
supposed to.
doing?
What are you supposed to be like a magician or something? You gotta stop your
He's just like,
momentum or
yeah,
something.
Houdini, dog, just disappear. Just like, no, he pops into
It's
like
like
some space, some like liminal
it's like,
space where
bro,
it's like, this
how do
is
I
where you
not fall
go,
on
but
top
you
of them?
can't
It's
hear that
just
guy.
like you can't even control your body in that way that you can't fall on top. What you gonna
No,
do?
that's why
Like,
they have to disappear into thin air.
it's ridiculous. It's crazy. I mean, all these rules, like, oh my goodness. But yeah, man. The Panthers, I definitely think they're moving in the right direction. And they got some really good young players on both sides of the ball. So, like I said, Nick Scourton and like Princely and then J.C. Horn, we know what he does, and Derek Brown and um Trevor Morig and all these dudes on like defense and offense,
Who
like T
also got
Mac and Jalen
suspended today.
Coker.
I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, he did punch the dude in his balls, so I don't know. I'm sorry, Trevor. Like, I kind of get why you got suspended.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Can't
I
go
mean,
doing that.
I'm glad that you were like that spirited, like, but also maybe hold off a little bit.
For sure. Panthers 500. I think they're ninth in the NFC right now.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if we're gonna hit the wild card. It's gonna
yeah.
be, I
So
think, NFC South if we get into the playoffs at this point.
yep, and everything's in front of them. I mean, they still got 2 division games against Tampa Bay,
That's right.
I mean, they do
The,
play the Rams. That's a tough game. So yeah.
the Rams are already kind of. If we win, it'll be like a miracle on 34th Street. Like, so I'm gonna watch it like from the standpoint like, oh, we're probably gonna lose. Let's just watch, see how we do against a good team. And if we're
Right.
even
You want to play well.
competitive, exactly. If we're even competitive, I'm gonna be happy. But after that, we definitely need to beat the Saints. Goes without question. If we lose to the Saints, then forget about it. Let's just find the best draft pick, like in an experiment, like with play calls and whatnot. But that in the two Buccaneers game, if those three, I think, are going to be the most impactful in terms of our outcome.
Yeah, for sure. As we move along to the other game, the other disappointing loss of the day from our teams, the Colts lost 23-20 in overtime to the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, when I tell you I was feeling good early in the game, I was feeling good. I was like, oh man, yeah, man, we're
I thought
looking
you
good,
won it.
bro.
Dude. I thought
I
the
mean,
Colts had it.
we was in control of the game for basically the entire game to the end. That's when the game got tied. We led from the beginning. But man,
That reminds me of the
it was
Giants
so,
game.
yeah.
Exactly like that. How they, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so frustrating how we allowed that game to slip away from us. I mean, early in the game, we had like Latu had that nice interception early in the game that led to our first score, and I was like, this is amazing, you know what I'm saying? And then like the offense looked pretty good in the first half. I mean, it wasn't great, but I mean, we looked solid. So I'm like, okay, we're doing our thing. Daniel Jones isn't doing too much, you know what I'm saying? We were up 14-9 at halftime. The defense really stepped up, I thought, because like I said, Kansas City, man, they were moving the ball down the field, but we stopped them every time they got in red zone, you know what I'm saying? Held them to a field goal. So I'm like, okay, cool. The defense stepping up, making plays, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, guys like, Tre'Davious Ward and Sauce Gardner and, Kenny Moore, all these dudes in the secondary making plays. I'm like, okay, Jermaine Pratt had a crazy game. He had like 20 tackles in this game. He was everywhere in this game. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he had 20 tackles. So,
Wild.
It was ridiculous. Yeah. But then, like in the second half, I think when we scored and we went we scored, had two drives where we settled for field goals. And one of those drives, I definitely thought that we should have scored a touchdown now, but I thought Daniel Jones probably could have threw a better pass. But so we're up 20-9. I'm like, okay, we in good shape. We in good shape. You know what I'm saying? But throughout the game, you could kind of feel like Daniel Jones wasn't wasn't what he was at the beginning of the season, like how efficient he was, how like comfortable he was. You just saw like the ball just coming out quick and it was accurate, and it's like boom. It's like, okay. But he was missing throws here and now. I'm like, it was this early one play where he's in the red zone and he threw it, and Josh Downs was wide open. And he just like throws it to like just missing. I'm like, what was that?
Why do you think that happened? Like, was he doing that last week?
So he did miss a couple throws in the Falcons game, and I it's been ever since the Steelers game. It's been kind of like
I thought you guys weren't going to win that one too.
Yeah.
I was rooting for you too watching that. That was an early one.
Yeah, but yeah, like he hasn't been the same since the Steelers game. He's been, like I said, he had like coming to this game, he had 7 turnovers in last two games.
Did he get? Do you think he got like a concussion or something?
I don't know if it's a concussion or it's just like he might be reverting a little back to something that to his old ways a little bit.
He's not going to be Indiana Jones anymore. he's going to be straight Daniel Jones.
Yeah. But like I said, in the first half, he looked pretty good. I mean, he was 10 of 12 for 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. But like I said, in the second half, it started to get away from us. Shane Steichen, this dude. When you play the Chiefs, when you play in a team of that caliber, you have to do what you've done well all season long.
Yeah.
I thought that the Chiefs did a good job of holding like Jonathan Taylor, keeping him like at bay. He had 16 rushes for like I think it was 68 yards or something like that. Like, so it kept him. They didn't let him get off. So I thought that kind of hurt our offense as well in the second half. But Shane Steichen, we've been aggressive all year long, going for it on fourth downs. You know what I'm saying? And in this game, Shane Steichen was a little conservative with that more than I liked, and I was just like, "Why are we doing this? Like, why aren't we going
Dave
for it
Canales,
on fourth down?"
yeah,
You said what?
Dave Canales can be very similar with that. Like the
Yeah,
way he is very hawkish on going on fourth downs, and a lot of time it works out, and I'm happy about it. But
yeah,
it's a balancing act.
yeah, for sure. And the thing about it is, we've been doing it all season, and we've been successful at it. Like, it's worked out for us, like for the most part, like really well. So I'm like, because some of these routes, man, I don't know. In this game, it was weird. It's like some of these routes were shorter than usual. Like Tyler Warren run like 2 or 3 yard routes, and I'm like, why is he running like short routes like this? I'm like,
Yeah,
2 or 3 yards, like he get like 5 to 6, 6, 7, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was saying, like, can he get more depth with his routes? 2 yards, what's that gonna do? I mean, that's nothing, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So I'm like, and then like on a couple of third downs, we throwing it short. And I'm like, oh, we must be going for it on fourth down if he's gonna throw it short like that, because I'm like, otherwise, you gotta stay in the pocket and get the first down. You know what I'm saying? You can't be throwing the short out quick. So I'm thinking, and then we punt the ball. I'm like, what? We punt? So I'm like, okay. I'm
How
like,
what was the
we.
what was the distance when you punted?
So there's a couple of them where there's like a 4th and 4, a 4th and 1, a 4th and 2.
I
So it
mean,
was
fourth and
like,
one. That's okay, but where are you on the field?
okay, so I know the 4th and 1. I think we was at like at the 40-yard line, not like
Your 40 or
R
their
four
40?
R40. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gotta punt it there. Unless it's like fourth quarter and you gotta.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was in the fourth though. It was in the fourth.
Oh,
That's
it
what I'm saying.
was.
Yeah. So
Oh,
the game is going well at this point. We're up 20-9, and then all of a sudden, in the fourth quarter, we're up 20-9. All of a sudden, our offense stalls out. We have 4 straight 3-and-outs to end the game. Brutal, brutal. And I'm like, because I don't know. I guess like the whole rhythm is off. I
I was
mean,
gonna say, what did those drives look like? Did they like look like the plays had like some promise, like they almost got it?
almost, but it just felt like the receiver and Daniel Jones and the receivers were a little out of sync. They weren't like,
Yeah,
it would be like, oh, he threw it in like just a little bit in front of a guy and he wasn't expecting it to be there or something like that, or he stopped before the route was like he threw it like late or something like that. It would be something crazy. So,
yeah,
and then we couldn't get the run game going either. So it would be frustrating for Daniel Jones because we aren't being the balance in the run game with the passing game, and so it's putting a lot of pressure on Daniel Jones to make more
JT
plays
have a
than he
lot of
usually.
points this week. I hadn't seen.
No, I don't think he did, man. Like I said, I thought the Chiefs held him in check this game,
Yeah,
so we didn't get a lot of production from the run game. Although we probably should have gave it to him a little bit more, but
yeah. Same with Rico Dowdle.
especially in the red zone. I don't know what we do in the red zone today. Like usually, like I remember, like early in the season, I just knew if we were in the red zone, we was going to score a touchdown. Because that's how great Steichen was scheming up the plays back in like early in the season. I was like,
And the
man, we in
execution.
the red zone.
The red zone is all about execution.
Absolutely. So it was some stuff. We weren't running the ball. It wasn't the play calling wasn't good. Uh, I don't think. But like on the first drives, like so we had 4 straight 3-and-outs. So JT had a couple of negative runs and then incompletions from Daniel Jones. Same thing with the second drive, a couple of incompletions and you know a negative run from Jonathan Taylor, and then a couple of incompletions. So it's like kind of like a pattern. And like this season, like it feels like when we don't, because we've been a team, we've had the most yards on first down, like out of any team in the league, like coming into this game. So we averaged 7 yards, pretty much 7.5 yards per, for first down
Mhm.
this year going into this game, first in the league. So usually we get in positive yards on first down. So Daniel Jones is usually like we're ahead of the sticks. Daniel Jones is like,
So
oh, we
you
get
can
7 yards.
gunsling at that point.
Yeah. So we can set up. We can pretty much run any play because you're 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. You know what I'm saying? And you can pretty much open up your playbook. We can get a good run in and get the first down. And so in this game, incomplete. So we're at 2nd and 10, or Jonathan Taylor gets 1 yard, or he gets -2 yards, and we're like 2nd and 12, or like 2nd and 9. And now Daniel Jones is like, oh, we're not ahead of the six. We got to do. I might have to force it here, where he might not have forced it in the past. He got to force it
Yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? So we can get positive
It's a
yards.
little
It's putting a little bit
sloppy,
more pressure on them.
little
Yeah,
sloppy because he has to have it.
right. Exactly. And think about this: we had the most. We was first for coming to this game. We're first in the league on yards per play on first down,
Mhm.
and first downs per game as well. So we're getting first downs, the most first downs at 20. We're averaging 23 first downs per game coming into this game, first in the league. And in this game, we punted. I'm about to say we had the least amount of punts, and the least amount of 3-and-outs coming into this game as well. So we punted, I don't know, like 5, 6 times in this game, which
I remember
we
seeing a
haven't
few
done
weeks
this
back
season.
that you guys had like a game where it was like they showed it on ESPN. It was like every single drive was like field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, touchdown. Like it was
Yeah,
like
we
one
punted.
punt like the whole game.
Yeah, like I said, we punted the least amount of times out of any team in the league this year. So, and have the least amount of 3-and-outs. So this was new for us, and we haven't had a game where we've been like the offense has stalled like this. So we just everything was off. The play calling, I didn't think was good. Um,
What did you think it was that led to that?
the the, the stall drives. I just think that once we um once we weren't able to establish a run, it kind of threw our whole game plan off. You know what I'm saying?
Why
So,
do you think you weren't able to establish the run?
well, Spags, he was throwing blitzes in there. They were ready for it. They were throwing blitzes in there. They had a lot of people in the box.
Do you think it was an individual one-on-one, like their defensive line overpowered your offensive line problem?
Yeah, like definitely in the run game for sure in this game.
Yeah.
Like the pass protection, I thought was good. Like in the run game, I thought that our guys were kind of getting beat, which is strange because our run blocking has been good all year long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was weird to see. So, but you got to give credit to the Chiefs and like in their game plan, being able
Oh,
to
definitely. Their coaching's
stop
top
them,
tier.
be able to suffocate our offense like that. So, but like I said, and then it just didn't seem like Steichen was scheming up the plays like he usually does. You know what I'm saying? We usually like have like Tyler Warren running free or like Michael Pittman. It just felt like everything felt like it was short. It was nothing like we couldn't get anything like down the field like we usually do. Alec Pierce wasn't getting open like he usually does. It's just
Yeah.
everything felt weird. So at this point in the game, so um, but like I said, you got to give credit to the Chiefs defense. But even then, we still had chances. The defense was
I was
giving us
gonna say
chance
because
after
it's like
chance.
it's 23-20, dog. Like all these things that you're saying, like just imagine like one or two changes.
I mean, we just needed one drive to go. We just needed one drive where we went down the field and scored a field goal, and that we probably
Yeah.
won the game because that's how good a defense was playing. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? Like
Yeah.
so, it was crazy. And this one, I really thought so. This one last drive, and with the Chiefs, you cannot let Mahomes have the ball last. That's like you can't allow that.
I know. Yeah, you really can't. It's
Even with
annoying,
this season,
really.
yeah, it is. And even with this season, them struggling like in one score games and not being like last year they went 11-0, and this year they've 0-5. But I mean, it's still the Chiefs. It's still Patrick Mahomes. Their season. Think about this: if they lose this game, it's gonna be very hard for them to make the playoffs.
Uphill climb.
So yeah. So they knew this was like a playoff game for them. They knew they had to win this game. So it's 4 minutes like 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. I think it's a 4th and 4. And the reason and to think about this, like the pass was short of the sticks. So I'm thinking like obviously we're going for 4th down, you know what I'm saying? If we throwing passes short of the sticks, I'm like, otherwise these dudes need to be running longer routes, get the first down so we can keep this drive going. But
Yeah.
they threw it short. So I'm like, okay, we definitely about to go for this. 4th and 4, 4 minutes left. We decided to punt it. We didn't get the ball back. We didn't get the ball back. And at this point, it was 20. it was 20 to 17. The Colts were leading 20-17 at this point, and they just need a field goal to tie the game and go into overtime. And the
Wow.
Chiefs, they went down the field. They got to give a lot of credit to Rashee Rice and like Patrick
I
Mahomes because
know. Jenna has.
they
She's asleep, but she
yeah.
has, and she knows. She reaps the benefit.
Rashee Rice, he played one of his better games in this game, had over 100 yards receiving, but on this drive, he had like a pass over the middle where he took it for like 20 or 30 yards. That really helped them on this drive. Patrick Mahomes had one of those vintage Mahomes runs where he's scrambling and he sees
Yeah.
it like he just runs, just takes off, make it's an extra first down, and they get it down there and the defense did a good job of keeping them out the end zone, I thought too. So that was good. But they kicked the field goal, sending into overtime. And the Colts, so in overtime, this is what happened. We had a 4-yard pass to our tight end, Alex Ogletree, 5-yard run by Jonathan Taylor. So it's 3rd and 1. And obviously, at this point, our run game hasn't been great. We haven't been getting production out of it. So 3rd and 1, I'm thinking like we're gonna run like a little play action and like Tyler Warren, or we're gonna get like Daniel Jones outside the pocket, something.
Yeah.
We run the ball and we get stuffed for -2 yards. I'm like, what? So at this point, it's overtime. In overtime, once the other team gets the ball, all they need is a field goal to win the
That's
game.
You don't want to. Yeah, I'd rather get it second than first.
So at this point, I'm like, shoot, I don't care where we are. We better kick. We get because this is Mahomes on the other side. At this point, he got a rhythm going. You know what I'm saying? He's feeling good about himself because they had that last they scored a couple times in like the last few. Late in the third, late in the fourth, they scored a couple of times. So he's feeling himself a little bit. So I'm like, okay. We got to go for the 4th down. It's like on the 35-yard line. It's on our on our 35-yard line. I know we should punt it. Logical thinking, but I'm thinking like this is
Yeah.
Mahomes on the other side. We ain't
Yeah.
getting the ball back. We're
Nah,
not
I
winning this
feel
game.
that. I feel
So we
that.
might as well be aggressive and think about this. We've done it in the past.
Yeah.
Earlier this season, we've done it. And it's overtime. If we punt it and they come down and score, the game is over. Of course, it's I'm on the outside looking in. You're thinking like the defense has played pretty well, fairly well. All game we get to stop and get the ball back. But I'm thinking it's Mahomes. He gonna clutch up. Get the
Yeah.
ball and score. And that's what they did, man. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it was
he
you
punted
wrote
the
the script
ball.
before it happened. You knew what was going to happen.
They punted and it's all short at that point. They drove down the field, got in field goal range, kicked the field goal, won the game. And I mean, they kept it. I mean, the Chiefs kept the season alive, obviously. Colts fought at 8-3, still 3 seed, and then AFC. I mean, we're still in good position, but we have some tough games coming up. We played the Texans twice, whose defense is playing out of their mind right now. I mean, you saw what they did to Josh Allen on Thursday night. I mean, they had that man looking terrible out there. So it's a
Wild.
couple. We play the Jaguars again, so we got some tough games, division games at this point. So
Now,
we
what are
gotta,
you? 8-3.
8-3.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good place to be in.
Yeah, I still expect us to make the playoffs and things, but
Oh,
you know,
definitely. You better make the playoffs.
yeah, at this point, we're gonna people gonna be fired otherwise. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but it's just frustrating that when you could have won and we were winning the whole game up 20-9 in the 4th quarter. You think all you needed was a couple drives to go your way, and you just need
Yeah.
a field goal here. If you got 23 points or something, like you might have would have won that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we got up by
That's how I
6,
feel about the Panthers game, dude. It's like the frustrating part is what could have been. But
yeah,
then, and honestly, it's similar to the Panthers with your Colts because like you're 8-3. That's what I would do to be 8-3. Like things are good. You're in control of your destiny. Honestly, the most important thing, along
yeah,
with your Colts and my Panthers, is are we building in the right direction? That's what matters
sure.
come this time of year. Like I want to be a team that maybe has a couple less wins that's like building momentum rather than the team that's like hoarding the wins, sitting there kind of coasting and getting a little worse every week.
Yeah, for sure. I just I just want our team to like capitalize on our defense playing as well against Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Because this don't happen often. You know what I'm saying?
Again,
But
same thing with the Panthers. 3 interceptions wasted.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we had our opportunities. I mean, we forced a turnover, and then we still went 3 and out. Man, it's frustrating to see things like that. And I mean, we have the formula to get back on track. I mean, but you just it's been concerning seeing like Daniel Jones play the way he's played a little bit, like missing some throws, easy throws every now and then. So I mean, they got to go back to the drawing board with some things, and I still want us to. I mean, if our identity is being aggressive going forward on fourth downs, we got to do that against any team we play, no matter who we play. We shouldn't be doing like thinking twice. I mean, we got to be aggressive, and you can't let teams
You
hang
gotta
around
stick to your
either.
guns. I mean, if you have a game plan that you think is going to succeed, you have to be able to execute and let it succeed.
And when it comes to winning, like in the playoffs and against teams with championship pedigree as the Chiefs, you can't let them hang around. Like
Oh yeah.
the Chiefs, they hung around
I
until
bet
they
they would
couldn't.
have
You know what I'm
loved
saying?
to not have that happen. Like, just throw a couple extra touchdowns on the side, like order it like a cheeseburger at McDonald's.
Right, right. The Colts they scored 20 points. I mean, lowest point total of the year, and it's fun. It's crazy because in all three of our losses this year, we scored 20 points. Like that's
Wow. On the
crazy
dot?
on the dot.
That's weird. Crazy.
So the formula obviously is getting it over. I mean, when we get over 20 points, we win every game. So so we need to get in that mode.
The fact that it's 20 is so hilarious. Like,
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I would say a couple of bright spots. Latu is up to 6 sacks on the season and 3 interceptions. I think they said it's the third. He's the third defensive end in the Super Bowl era to record that total. So 6 sacks and 3 interceptions in the season.
wow.
And like 5 of those sacks came in the last 5 games, so he's getting more comfortable.
That's
He's
awesome.
getting
I knew he was going to be a
more
stud
pressure,
ever
and
since he came out. I believe it was last year. Like I really liked him coming out of the draft.
absolutely. We talked about earlier Jermaine Pratt, who we signed like in the middle of the season too. So I mean, for him to be playing as
Sometimes
well,
these
he had 20.
linebackers, man, it's just like you're just a missile, and if you could do that good, and we set you up to succeed and just tackle people.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he had 20 tackles and a pass breakup and 2 tackles for loss. So I mean, like I said, he was out there everywhere making plays, and he's familiar with Lou Anarumo's system because he played with the Bengals a few years ago. So
Word.
he just came right in and fit right in, and he's making plays already. So we love that. Love to see that. Some of our guys getting more healthy. Hopefully, we get DeForest Buckner back soon.
Yeah, dude's a
He was
stud.
someone that we needed, but
Probably
the
your
our
best
defense,
defensive player.
yeah, for sure. But the fact that our defense was still able to play well and only held like Kansas City to
Is
23,
awesome. It's a great sign.
yeah. And so it's something that it's in our control. The offense has been great all year long, and so we know they can play better, and they know that they need to play better. Obviously, um, hopefully we just get Daniel Jones to get his confidence back. He just seems like it's kind of like it's fractured just a little bit. Like
Yeah.
he isn't as comfortable as he was in the
And
earlier
that's
in the
the thing.
season.
It's like it fudges with you. And I say this as somebody like that's done like acting and performing and whatnot. It's
Yeah.
similar to doing like if you get in your head a little bit, dude, it's
Hmm.
just gonna be a thread like pulling yarn out of your shirt. You just need to be completely execution. I know my lines, I'm able to do it. I know my plays, I'm able to do it. Like just execute, execute. Don't think about what you're doing, why you're doing,
Yeah.
like the stakes. You just need to execute what you know. And I think that's the way that you can succeed. And that's honestly where it's probably hindering Bryce at some points. When he just
Absolutely.
executes, he's so good, he's so smart. But then sometimes he gets a little bit of thread pulled and he second guesses and hitches like with the Mitchell Evans thing.
Yeah, for sure. And it's crazy because the Colts they only had 11 yards in the fourth quarter in like overtimes. I mean, that's wild to think about. It's so mind boggling to me. It's like, bro, our offense ain't been that anemic all year. And like in this game, we just didn't have it going late, and
Yeah.
I mean, it cost us. It really cost us in this game. But like I said, 8-3 on the season. Still first in our division. I mean, everything is ahead of us. I mean, we got our own destiny. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
all you can ask for at this time of year.
and we have the tiebreaker over the Broncos. So if we finish with the same record as the Broncos, we would get the second seed or the first seed, whatever they belong in. You know what I'm saying? At this point,
They've been
um,
scarily randomly good too.
yeah, for sure. And the Patriots, who are number 1 seed, who are 10-2 right now, which nobody
Yeah, dog.
could have thought.
And you know what's
Nobody.
wild? Like the team that's like looking on the outside right now is the freaking Bengals because one freak toe injury to Joe Burrow. Like I feel so bad. Their team is so good.
Yeah, and I think Joe Burrow is supposed to come back this week too. So that's
Yep.
crazy to think about.
Yeah, I think it's Thursday too.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanksgiving.
But as we move along, storylines around the league, I think there's like probably 3 or 4 like overtime games. So it was some good games on during the day. But the one thing I want to talk about first off is the Rams, man. The Rams, to me, they look like the best team in the league right now. I'm just gonna say it.
We have to play them next week too. And I'm like, I don't know if I said this already, like offline or online, but dude, I'm thinking, all right, I'm just gonna mark this off as we probably aren't gonna win this and just enjoy the game. Like, just enjoy like the positive aspects of it. Like, oh, let's see, maybe
Exactly,
we'll drive the ball down the field. Maybe it'll be fun to watch. Like,
maybe so. But yeah, man, the Rams, they have the top 10 in offense and defense. We know what Matthew Stafford's playing probably the best ball of his life right now. I
oh,
mean,
definitely.
he's, and then the weapons they got with Puka and Devontae, Kyron Williams, the tight ends, they got
And the play,
Parkinson and the
it's
rookie. Yeah.
it's really the play design because they know exactly what they want. Like they know what skill sets to okay, if we're going to be putting this guy at our Z receiver, I know exactly what I need from that. And then they draft Puka Nakua in the 5th round and set him up to succeed. Like it's
Mhm.
just the incredible marriage of Matthew Stafford, who has great playmaking ability, has an incredible arm, is smart, like it is a former number one overall pick. And then you have Devontae Adams, need I say less? Obviously, Puka Nakua, Kieran Williams, and that play calling scheme with that offensive line already in place. Like it's just unfair. Like they just that's where I'm like, all right, we're probably going to. I don't even want to say it out loud because I don't want to put bad energy out there. Maybe we'll win, but they're a good team. I'm just not going into the week with any expectations because in my mind that was an automatic like they're the best team in the league right now, like you said.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, they got guys all over defense. I mean, Kobe Durant, and think about this. What's that guy name? Off the rip.
Byron,
Emmanuel Forbes, a guy in Washington. Everybody thought he couldn't play because he didn't look good in
dude,
Washington.
he was a former first round pick. I was watching that when on Sunday night. I was like, is that the dude that was a first round pick for Washington? Yeah, that's wild.
Exactly. And like,
They just put their players in a position to succeed.
absolutely, because everybody's talking about his size and how small he was because he's like 5'8", he weighs like 165 pounds or something crazy like that. But talking about he can't be in the league, but he goes to the Rams and they use him in the
I mean,
right
he's a
way.
player.
Yeah, and he didn't allow a catch on Sunday, so I think he had 7 targets, targeted 7 times, and he didn't allow a catch on Sunday. So I mean,
Yeah,
he's playing extremely well for them, and he's a boost to their secondary who needed it. Needed players come in and play well in their secondary. That's probably their weakest point of their defense like last year. So coming into this year, so
yeah.
I mean the fact that they were able to address that and he's playing well, I mean that helps out as well. I mean they got Byron Young and Jared Verse on the defensive line.
Young
So
and Fisk, man, they have a
yeah,
great
they
line.
got. I mean they got defense. I mean defensive players. I mean players that make impact plays every game. So, like I said, the Rams they look like the best team to me. I think they won like 4 or 5 games in a row, and I get all of them are against like play teams that are like in the playoff hunt right now. So it hasn't been against any sorry teams.
Hey,
So
we're
I
David
mean,
right now, man. Going against Goliath. Let's just see what happens. Hey, maybe.
right. Oh yeah, so they won 6 in a row. Yeah, but yeah, man.
Oh wow, even more.
And yeah, so like I said, Matthew Stafford, he looks like he's probably the leading candidate for MVP right now. He's playing extremely well. But yeah, the Rams are a team to be reckoned with. Them and the Eagles probably two favorites to win the NFC right now. But speaking of the Eagles, the Cowboys beat the Eagles on Sunday. Um,
Wild. Did not
a
see that.
wild game, a wild game. I
They
mean,
only have like what
the,
3, 4 wins too.
the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I think they have 5 now. They have 5 now.
Oh,
But
they have 5.
yeah, they're
Okay.
5-5-1 right now. So they got that. They had that one
Oh,
tie
they're at
against the
500.
Packers.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, man, this game was crazy because the Cowboys. The Eagles got. I mean, they went up 21-0 on the Cowboys. The Eagles. The offense probably looked the best it's probably looked in a long time. I'm like, okay, the Eagles. They up early. I'm like, obviously. Well, I'm not. I didn't think the game was necessarily over, but I'm like, okay, the Eagles is starting to play well, so I'm like, okay, got my eye on it. But then in the second half, you remember when I said this last week? The Eagles they try to find the hardest way to win every game.
Yeah, they
This
do.
was one of
Yeah.
these. This is one of the moments because in the second half, total opposite of the first half. I don't know what they were doing in the second half. They had penalties, turnovers. The offense was horrible. I mean, I was like, this is the same Eagles team that was just playing in the first half.
It's so
And
annoying when that happens because that's clearly a coaching thing, you know? Like,
I
there's
mean,
a 3D
yeah,
game of chess going on. Yeah, you can have the most athletic players and whatnot, but like when something like dramatically changes, it's definitely a coaching thing, you know?
yeah. I mean, it was crazy. Um, and the Cowboys, they scored 24 unanswered points. I mean, I don't know what the Eagles were doing in the second half, but they were out there they're shooting themselves in
Really
the foot.
doubting.
You know what I'm saying? The whole second half. And they couldn't. I mean, they couldn't stop George Pickens. George Pickens went crazy. I mean, he would had like over
Oh,
146
George
yards or
Pickens
something.
was the best pick in fantasy, man. I can't even believe that he fell so far down.
I mean, he's playing extremely well with the Cowboys. I think he's like second in the league in receiving yards this year or something crazy like that.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
I
he's
believe it.
played extremely well for them. Yeah. So, I mean, the Eagles, I think they had some injuries in their secondary, but the secondary obviously isn't that great. I mean, when their players are out, obviously, because they had to
Yeah.
have to depend on like Adoree Jackson and
Yeah,
other
injuries are the
dudes.
worst, dude. I hate injuries. I just wish everybody could play at full strength.
Oh man, I would love that. I would love that so much
Yeah.
because
Maybe we'll get
it
the
makes the football
technologies.
better,
Yeah, maybe we'll get
make
the
it competitive.
technology someday.
Maybe they need to get in that a moral chamber that Matthew
Yeah.
Stafford was in at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, whatever he did to make his back just randomly heal.
Hey,
Go to
everybody need to go
therapy
look
or
into that.
something.
Everybody need to go look into that. All the teams need to go ahead and purchase that.
There you go.
Yeah, but it was a surprising game. I mean, the Cowboys. I mean, what they're like I said, they won this game. The Eagles, they fall. So it's gonna be an interesting week. Few weeks for the NFC. But
Yeah.
I just want to look at the standings real quick in the NFC. Right now the Rams they have the number 1 seed. Um, the most surprising thing I saw when I first saw this, Chicago Bears. How are they the 3 seed? Like, bro, come on. Like, how is this? Like, how is that possible right now? I don't.
Ben Johnson, purely. He's just a genius play caller.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. I think the defense has played pretty well too. I mean, like I said, I think they lead the
Yeah,
league in
they've
turnovers.
they've traded a lot. They put a lot of capital for that defense. What's the dude from Washington, that pass rusher? They put a lot into their defense.
Yeah, for sure. And
Sweat.
doesn't help that.
Is. Good.
Are you talking Montez Sweat?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man. And it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt that they had the last place scheduled too because because they were last place in the division last year. So I mean, they're capitalizing and they're beating all the bad teams that they facing this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but the Buccaneers at 6-5. I mean, right now you could probably say they're probably trending down just because. I don't, let's see how many games. I mean, they lost to the Rams and like devastated, got blown out by the Rams, and I don't know, I forget who they played the week before, but
So this is saying they're playing Arizona next.
yes, that's what they said. So they play.
Okay.
So it looks like they played Buffalo the week before
All
that.
right.
Yeah,
Honestly, if we play, yeah, they did. They play. Oh yeah, dude, I was cheering the Bills on. But if they play Arizona, that's a get right game for them. I really hope Arizona brings their best out because we ended up losing to them. We almost won. They're not a bad team.
yeah,
They have their shortcomings, but I think they could beat the Buccaneers. So I'm just, hey,
yeah,
I'm hoping.
yeah, for sure. And so, like the Rams, they're on a 3-game losing streak. Like I'm looking at it right now, they're on a 3-game losing streak. I mean, all to good teams, but they lost to
Wait, the
the
Rams?
Patriots. Not the Rams. I'm sorry, the
Oh, I
Buccaneers.
was so
Sorry,
confused. No, I got you. Yeah, you're talking about the Buccaneers.
the Buccaneers. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They lost to the Rams, the Bills, and the Patriots over the last 3 weeks, which are all good teams, very good teams,
Yeah.
obviously. But it's something to keep your eye on. I mean, because like I said, the Panthers are trending up. I mean, they're only one game out.
Yeah.
They played them
Literally one game.
twice, so it's looking
If
interesting.
we can beat them and the Saints, I think we have a shot to sneak into the playoffs. But we're going to need to create a good team. We're going to need to be on a path of being a good team. And I think we are. I think a couple plays change and the chatter around this Monday night football game is different. But
Hmm.
the fact of the matter is, we lost that game and now we're a game back. So we're going to need to not only be consistent in the plays that we could have made, but we need to go above and beyond because that offense was not enough. Even if we did get those plays, we got lucky because we also got a lot of turnovers. Like we need to be more efficient offensively. And Dave Canales knows this. We need to get the run game like we were talking about going forward. And truly we need to have an efficient, consistent offense if we want to even sniff the playoffs.
Yeah, as I continue to look at this, the standings, you could probably say the top 10 teams are probably really the only ones really fighting for a playoff spot right now. The last six, you probably should be looking at. But yeah, man, it's just the Seahawks are 8-3, Green Bay at 7-3-1, San Francisco at 8-4. I mean, those right there, those teams could switch. I mean, Lions at 7-4. The fact that the Lions are, on the outside looking in is kind of crazy to think about because they were the number one seed last year.
So weird.
Um,
Same with the AFC too. Like all the teams you would think are like looking out, looking in from outside.
exactly. So it's definitely gonna be like close. Like it's gonna be a close like playoff run. I mean, well, up to the playoffs, games, all these like lead up to the playoffs. Like I said, the Seahawks. I mean, their defense is really what they hang their hat on, and then it's gonna come down to like Sam Darnold. Like how good can he be down the stretch? You know what I'm saying? We saw him had that 4 interception game against the Rams last week.
Yeah.
But how good can he be? Green Bay, we need to see like their offense become more consistent because it's been up and down all year long. Their defense has really been good. With Michael Parsons going over there, so
I mean,
that's
our
something.
next few games are against number 1, number 4 twice, and number 5. So it's going to be an interesting experience as a Panthers fan.
Yeah, man, the NFC stack. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the 49ers. I mean, I don't know what to expect from them just because they have a lot of injuries. The offense is probably gonna look good just because they got Purdy and McCaffrey out there, and
I love
so
every
man,
time I hear Brock Purdy's name, I can't unhear Cam Newton saying it. Brock Purdy. He says it with such an Atlanta twang. I love it every time I hear it. I can't unhear like Cam Newton saying it every time I hear Brock Purdy's name.
for sure. But yeah, then you got the Lions. We talked about the Lions. I mean, the thing about the Lions is their offense has been kind of inconsistent this year, so we don't
Yeah.
know what to expect necessarily from them. But their defense has been pretty good. But like I said, but other than yesterday, wasn't it? Were they the ones that faced the Giants yesterday, right? And that game went into overtime, I believe. Um, but Jameer Gibbs had a crazy game. Like we were talking about that. How he had what he had like 14 carries for like
Insane. Yeah.
100 and some yards. I think I wrote it down somewhere, but he had a
I know it
crazy.
was 55 fantasy points, so it was some outrageous stat line.
Yeah, it was crazy. He had 15 carries for 219 yards.
Wild.
You know how crazy that is?
He had multiple like huge runs that resulted in touchdowns, or at least one that set up a touchdown, and then the next play he got the touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, he's an explosive player, one of the most explosive players in the league. So I mean, he's someone they need to get the ball to continue to get the ball to.
Yeah.
Um, the one thing about the Lions, though, if they don't have home field advantage, they're going to struggle because if they go into places like we talked about this last week, outdoors, Jared Goff isn't good outdoors.
Yeah.
He just isn't. Um, but yeah, man, that's the NFC right there. I mean, you see the Panthers right there, nine seed. Um, Cowboys, I don't foresee them getting in the playoffs just because they're too far down. But
Hey, the
it's gonna
Panthers
be it's gonna be
are in the outside looking in. I am happy that we're in a division where we're within one game. Like, I mean, look at everybody else. If we were in the Rams division, we would be like, we need to get a wild card. Like we're lucky that we're in the division we're in, and we're
yeah.
all working and growing together. Honestly, the last few years as a Panthers fan would have been miserable if we were not in the NFC South, and like I still had some kind of hope or something to latch on to late in the season. So it's awesome that we're actually in that position right now. We still can actually make a playoff run. But what I care about more, and this is what I was saying to you before, Derek, is like I care far more about processes than outcomes. I want to see that we're moving towards the right direction. It doesn't have to be this year. I want to see that we're creating a competent team that's going to be able to make multiple playoff runs, consistently. So that's where I'm thinking. I want to see us play well. I don't I'm excited that we're even in the conversation right now, but I want to see us be able to compete against good teams rather than get lucky sometimes and win.
Yeah. You want that consistency. You want it to be like, you know what team you're going to get from each week. You know what they're going to bring on the field. You know what I'm saying? Um, you want them, I mean, well coached. I mean, you want the game plan to be executed. So we're going to see. We're going to keep our eye on it. Hopefully they can move in the right direction, take that next step. So when going into next year, they can just be, right out the gates.
Yeah.
Just be one of
And
those teams that you got to
that's
be reckoned with.
the expectation. That's the expectation.
Yeah, for sure. And then we're just gonna look at the AFC standings real quick too. Um, I just took the top 10 teams because after that it gets kind of blurry. The teams are awful after that. I mean, they are all looking at draft. Who's gonna be the first pick out of those teams? The Raiders, the Browns, Titans, all those teams. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying? But right now New England's at the top. Drake May leading them boys. You know the offense looks good.
I mean, who would
Defense is
I
getting
just
better.
just like we planned it up, right?
Just
Uh,
like we,
number
just
one,
like it was
number
planned.
1, 2, and 3, New England, Denver,
We
and
all predicted
Indianapolis.
this. We all saw this coming. New England, Denver, the Colts all being the top 3 seeds,
Wild.
leading their divisions by far at that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It looks like all those teams are like 2 games ahead of like the next team too. So
I
I
mean, not the
mean,
Chiefs being 6 and 5. It makes me feel like better after losing to the 49ers.
Yeah. And they're right now they're positioned as the 10th seed in the AFC, which is wild to think about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Baltimore, they're moving back up. I mean, they finally got back the division lead over the Steelers. Um, their offense still looks kind of weird. I mean, it's not like it was last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lamar doesn't look like him, like totally himself. Obviously, he's probably
He's
still dealing
clearly
with
hurt.
that injury.
Clearly hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're scared.
It's
I
the
mean,
Justin Tucker curse. I'm just
hey,
messing.
it's got to be something, right? It's got to be something. But their defense is came along. I mean, they gotten better and better as the games have gone by. I mean, like I said, they've been flying around. I mean, they have so many different dudes they can use, and they're getting healthier and healthier. So they causing problems out there on the field. But they're only gonna go as far as their offense can take them, because otherwise it's gonna be, because these teams right now. I mean, think about New England, the Colts, Kansas City, obviously Buffalo. They all can score points.
Yeah.
Even the
Despite
Chargers
their
can score
record,
points.
I mean, their records are like not indicative of their ability.
Yeah, I mean, in Jacksonville they can score points. I mean, even though they score points in funny ways. Let's just be honest. But yeah, the Chargers. I mean, it really comes down to if they can get, how healthy can they be, because they have so many injuries. Um, like I said, Justin Herbert can only do so much. I think, but Justin Herbert, he got hurt, didn't he? Like in the last game, I believe. So it's crazy to think about. But yeah, if he could be healthy, I mean, he gives them a chance to do something. I mean, but the injuries on the offensive line is just too much to ask, I guess, for him to
Yeah.
take them on a long playoff run. Jacksonville, I don't know how they're 7-4. They look,
Biggest
but yeah, Jacksonville is 7-4. Their defense has played really well, I think, and like their running game has really been good. It really has been. It's really saved Trevor Lawrence, but Trevor Lawrence has not played good. He's still playing up and down, inconsistent every week. But their running game has really helped that team. And like when they're able to get a lead, they're able to just keep the lead because they're able to run the ball so well. So that helps them out.
Yeah, and homeboy, the backup, Bashal Tootin did a great job too last week.
Yeah, him and Travis Etienne both had good games. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Buffalo, we know what they bring. Josh Allen, you always gotta be reckoning with him. I mean, you saw what he did a couple weeks ago. He had that touchdown game.
Yeah.
Obviously, the parts around him need to be better. I mean, the offensive line looked really bad
They're
against the Texans.
and they're benching Keon Coleman, the former first round or
Yeah,
barely
like he was
first
he
round,
was a
second
healthy
round,
scratch, which is crazy.
multiple weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, first round pick too. So it's wow.
I can't believe it. I'm like, man, that's crazy. And to think Lad McConkey fell behind him. I was gonna say some like our guy too, but you know what? I respect XL. I think he still has it in him.
We didn't even get to XL what he did in that game. We don't want to talk about it, but you know how that goes.
I know how that game went. Yeah.
He stepped out of balance again. I don't know how he keeps doing
Dude,
that, but
and I was so excited because he got it. And then I was like, darn it, of course, there's some contrived penalty that this dude did wrong. Like,
I'm
not
like, what
because
is
he
this?
does things wrong, but like it was just like what our luck, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, this is gonna be a tight race to the playoffs to see who gets these top seven, teams get in. I mean, Pittsburgh. I mean, think about it. It's what, 3 teams 6-5.
Yeah.
I mean, then what, 3 teams? I mean, 3 teams. Well, 4 teams 6-5 because Baltimore has the division lead, and then 3 teams 7-4. So this can all be. I mean, it could change in like a week. You know what I'm saying? Who's in the
Oh,
playoffs and who's
definitely,
not?
dude. Definitely.
So it's
That
gonna be
looks
a
like
tight race.
dude, that looks like the picks up league in fantasy. Everybody's 7-4, 6-5.
Yeah. It's gonna be
You know,
interesting. I'm
did I tell
excited
you
about it.
I in that picks up league, I started off 0-5 and then went 6-0. So I ended up 6-5, and now I'm like the Panthers. I lost this week. Now I'm 6-6.
I'm on a crazy losing streak right now in pickup.
I saw, dude. You started off so good. You were like on an 8-game losing streak, something crazy.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I feel you, dog.
Fortunately for me, I'm in 9 other fantasy leagues,
Yeah,
so
you have
that
other
just makes
things
up
to
for it.
look forward to. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Right now, we're gonna get into put a little spin on our usual segment. We usually say fantasy standouts and disappointments, but this week, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, fantasy players we're thankful for. John, go ahead and you go ahead and go first. Who are you thankful for fantasy wise this year?
Obviously, we got to start off with. I was gonna be silly. I was gonna be like, thankful for this little booger. Yeah, touchdown, Coda. No, but for real though, honestly, Jahmyr Gibbs freaking knocked it out of the park. And it was a gift that was kind of a curse, like I was saying before. He was somebody that got 55 points for me in Boach Dynasty, but also scored 55 points against me in the Picks-Up League, ending my winning streak effectively single-handedly. But honestly, I couldn't ask for anything better. I had 6 straight wins, and in my Boach Dynasty League, I ended up winning because of him. It softened the blow when I was able to have him on another league. So I'm thankful for Jahmyr Gibbs among other players, but that's number one.
Yeah. I think the first player I'm thankful for is Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Oh my gosh, you have him? I don't have him in any league.
I have him I think I have him in 3 leagues. I mean, he has been absolutely incredible, outstanding, tremendous, whatever word, whatever adjective you want to give for him. Leads the league in receiving yards. I mean, he's getting probably 20 points every single week at least, even more than that. Yeah. And like I said, man, he's leading. I mean,
he's getting I got him in receptions too, dude. And the explosives now. I mean, once he's getting explosives, dude, he's gonna be a fantasy cheat code if he keeps.
He leads the league in deep passes, caught down the field this year. So yeah,
I love them coming out of the draft. I didn't think we were gonna be able to get him because we had a later pick because we traded.
Yeah, man, he's been amazing. Like I said, leads the league in receiving yards. I mean, I think I have like I said, I have him in 3 leagues. I mean, and I think those 3 leagues, I'm doing pretty well. Obviously, I think I'm like top 5 in all those leagues as far as standings go. So he's a big reason why.
That's like the year that Christian McCaffrey 2019 when he had his huge breakout. Like once you have him, you just know like you're most likely to win your league.
For sure. Is there a second player that you're thankful for?
I don't know. I think DJ Moore was one that he's been consistently good. A lot of people gave up on him. I trusted him as a Panther. I liked that. I didn't really have close games like that. I feel like a lot of the people that I did have kind of just. Oh, I'm also thankful for Rashee Rice, not for me, but for Jenna's team. Dude is coming back with a vengeance. I like that. Like I was the one that said like, oh yeah, you want to go with him, and she's like, no, like he's not even gonna play for like half the season. I'm like, trust me, that's the exact kind of like playoff push you want late in the season with somebody like that. And now he's doing it. I love it. Yeah. I guess those players are named.
Yeah. I think and I'll just go to them quick. A couple more players I'm thankful for. Matthew Stafford, obviously the MVP right now in the league. He's been playing extremely well throughout the season, least league in passing yards, passing touchdowns. So he's been playing extremely well. Obviously, he has the number 1 seed in the NFC. He's been doing his thing. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. I mean, they all he got plethora of weapons to to move it, to spread it around to Kyron Williams as well. So he's in good position. Also, James Cook, he's had a great year. I mean, behind Jonathan Taylor, he's probably been like he's the second most productive running back in the league this year. I think he's second behind him in rushing yards and
That
the touchdown.
offensive coordinator they have, the former Panther, Joe Brady, incredible. And he knows exactly how to run the ball. He does a great job of doing it.
Yeah, for sure. Got any disappointments this week?
Well, my disappointments lie within my fealty to the Panthers because I started Bryce Young. I started T-Mac. T-Mac wasn't bad, but I started Jalen Coker in one league. Rico Dowdle. I just believed fully in the Panthers, and that was my undoing. And so it sometimes I tell myself like, no, spread your eggs out, give some positivity, so maybe bet against the Panthers and start like the other defense, and then you'll have like some silver lining. And I need to do that more often because that was disappointing across the board for all the Panthers that I started.
Yeah, I think for me, it has to be just some of the guys that I really drafted in multiple leagues this year. Calvin Ridley, Jacoby Cross Merritt. I mean, guys like that. I mean,
Well, dude, I thought you got a steal, man. I really did. I thought you got a good player.
I very suffer.
I think
Like, I think,
too.
yeah, man, it's been bad. It's been bad. But yeah, man, it's been disappointing in that area. Pickups league, man. It's just been tough, to say the least, in that league. I mean, a lot of the players have been disappointing. And it's fun. The funny thing is, Dylan Sampson, I dropped him like last week, I think.
No way, dude.
He had a great week this week. He had 66-yard touchdown.
Dropped him. Jenna just dropped him in one of his leagues, in one of her leagues, and I told her to drop him. I said, drop him. He's probably not going to do anything. Like, it's this far into the season. And then, of course, it's the game that he does something.
Exactly. That is the worst thing that could happen. I was like, oh, come on. I was like, and I needed
Ollie Gordon too last week in one of my leagues.
I was like, I needed that too. I needed that. Like, I was like, man. I was like, dang, man. Right after the week. Same thing happened with Trevion Henderson the other week too, man. I was like, oh, man. This mistake.
I know, to bench him, especially benching him, but you cut him. You didn't have you after the 32-point game.
Yeah, man, it was.
Ooh, that sounds horrible.
yeah.
How many person league?
What league is that? I don't even. It's got to be like a 10-man league or a 12-man league. One of them. Yeah, 10 or 12.
12 is way different because that would be like a hard loss. But 10, maybe it's not as bad.
Yeah, I can still kind of recover from it a little bit. Yeah, but he wasn't producing, so I didn't know. I didn't have another week to try to trust it that he was going to come through. But he did. I mean, so it's rough, but hey, it's part of fantasy. I mean, we.
Hey, there exactly. Take the highs with the lows.
Exactly. But as we get ready to get out of here, what's one thing you're looking forward to going into week 13? The Panthers play the Rams. But what's one thing you're looking forward to?
I just want to see progress. That's all I want. I want to see a team that's building onto itself. Like only one team's going to win the Super Bowl this year. Like I don't have any illusions about that. I know that that's what's going to happen. I just want to be able to see a team that's progressing in the right direction, so I could be excited during the off season and like buy in and like watch it and enjoy it. Like, I just want to see the sparks of something that could be great. And I think we have the building blocks. Do I know that that's truly the case with the coaching, or am I just optimistic because it's what I want to see happen? Who's to say? But that's what I'm rooting for.
Yeah. Would you say that maybe they should look into hiring like a better offensive coordinator, play caller, going into
Just
next
changing
season?
the play calling from Dave Canales to having
Yeah.
someone else do it entirely. I could not agree more. I don't know that would like. I'm not saying Dave Canales is a bad play caller or that he is preventing us from taking that next step, but I do believe that it's too much for Dave Canales to do everything at once and be the play caller. I think he needs to be the advisor, the molder, the guy that says like this is what I want to happen and manage everything rather than the one that has to get into the weeds and call the specific long play and make sure it's going through. Like he needs to just know like or trust somebody like Brad Idzik, our offensive coordinator, and be like, right now we're trying to get them to veer left so that we can throw it right on a fade. Like I feel as though he has people around him that can do it, but he just feels kind of like how Frank Reich felt a couple years back with Thomas Brown. Like it just he feels like it's his duty to call the plays. Like he's gonna do it the best, and it's necessary for the team's success, which I don't know is necessarily true. It might be, but I don't know that it's true. Like, so I think, yeah, I definitely think we should have someone else try at least to call the plays and see what happens.
For sure. I like that. Yeah. And I definitely believe that's what they should do. Yeah, and you just want to see the offense get better because that's you want to see the offense improve and get better,
Yeah,
and you want to see get the most out of the offense you have. I mean, because you have good weapons, you have good offensive line, you have a quarterback that can do some things. So
yeah.
put them in the best position to succeed. So that's what it's all about. But yeah, I think the one thing I'm looking forward to as far as the Colts, obviously getting back in the winning column. We played at Houston, Texas this week. Now their defense is a problem.
Yeah.
Will Anderson, Daniil Hunter. I
I
mean, they get
love
after.
Will Anderson. I knew he was going to be a stud, and he is.
Yeah, I mean, they get after, and the secondary is good, and the linebackers fly around and all that. But I want to see. I want to see what our offense can do against them. I mean, our offense has been good all year long, so it's up to us. I need Shane Steichen to go back to being aggressive. I mean, the fourth downs, you got to go for those. If it's in the plan, that's what we do. That's what we do. No matter who we play against, no matter who it's against, you know what I'm saying? But also just being able to get Daniel Jones to trust himself again, you know what I'm saying? Just have him
Yeah,
calm down just a little bit, take the pressure off, say, "Hey man, you're overthinking just a little bit. It's
confidence.
okay. We having success. We got everybody around. Everybody believes in you, your ability, what you've done. The season has been terrific. Let's just get back to running,
This is me. This is
executing."
me as Daniel Jones listening to that.
Yeah, right.
He always has the
just,
eyes like this.
just
Oh yeah.
execute. Go out there, yeah. Go out there and execute the game plan, and operate at a high level like you were doing early in the year. Just play free football, have fun out there. If you see it, rip that thing. You know what I'm saying? You see that receiver open, rip that
Yes,
thing. You know.
yes, he needs to truly understand that. Like I feel as though like if him and other quarterbacks, if they just truly understand that, like just have fun with it, execute, do what you know, get out of your head. Like that's and then
Exactly.
they have the
Exactly.
swagger and like that's what makes a great quarterback. You have to be like a little bit of a sociopath, which is why Tom Brady was so great.
Definitely, definitely. And if I mean, I guess teams are adjusting and are applying more pressure. Simulate blitzes, simulate pressures. Doing all this exotic stuff against you. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to use your legs. You still can use your legs. You're a pretty good runner, a
Listen,
good
yeah,
scrambler.
exactly.
Man.
Oh, Daniel Jones is a great runner. He's got that white boy energy, dog. Like,
So don't be afraid to do that.
he's that meme where it's the actor from I forgot what actor it was, but dude from that Quentin Tarantino movie. John Travolta. John
Okay,
Travolta.
yeah. Mhm.
But it was a dude who's like him with a ponytail looking ripped, and it is like, God forbid a white boy get a little motion. That was it.
Yeah, man. That's what. But yeah, man. It's a big week for both our teams. Well, obviously, I mean, you guys play the Rams, so it's not really that big of a week. But for the
1
Colts, I think
second.
getting back.
Sorry. This dude's being so annoying. Sorry. Come on. Whatever you were saying.
Yeah, but as we move on to week 13 and to the final stretch of this season, we only have what 4 or 5 games left. How many ever games left we have? We're getting closer and closer to the playoffs, so we're all striving to become the best version of our teams. Well, see the best version of our teams at this point in the season. But John, any last words before we get out of here?
I want to see productivity. I want to see the Panthers building on something from year 1 of Dave Canales to year 2 into year 3. Like if that's what we get and we're able to compete against teams based off of something that's replicable, like I'm going to be happy. That and no injuries.
For sure. Need to see the Colts get back in the winning column. That's what I want to see. But yeah, as we get out of here, go Colts and go Panthers. Keep pounding and for the shoe. Y'all have a good week.